Hi guys, happy full moon. We have a full moon on April 19th starting at around 4:12 a.m. and this full moon period is going to be lasting from April 19th until about 2 or 3 days after. This full moon is in Libra. Again, we have a moon in Libra, and Libra is really focusing on balance. It's focusing on balance within yourself. It's focusing on balance outside of yourself with your platonic, romantic relationships, and it's really focusing on making sure all areas of your life are in harmony. So again, we're going to be revisiting the topics of energy exchanges. Are your relationships, both platonic and romantic, are they serving you and are you serving them? And if not, how can you change this? Sometimes we talk about how everyone is an outward reflection of you, and this is such an important concept because a lot of times the problems that we sense in relationships can just be an outward reflection of a problem you're having within yourself. We create our own reality, and that's a whole different story, but I think it's very important that you analyze, take this time to analyze your relationships now and think, how healthy are they on both sides, on both ends, right? How healthy is the energy that that person is giving you, and how healthy is the energy you are giving that person? How healthy is your energy towards this situation, towards this relationship? So are these relationships serving you? And if not, what can you do? What can you do with your own power to change this? Whether that is changing your communication, whether that is changing the way you interact with this person. What can you do to change that relationship? And I think a lot of times in spirituality, we kind of get caught up in energy, and this whole idea of the problem is outside of you, when really we really need to focus on the fact that healing and this growth begins inside. It begins with the questions directed to yourself. Am I being healthy with my relationship with myself? And then you could begin to start looking at all the relationships outside of you. Now, I'm not saying, take everything lying down, but I'm saying that you really, before you can go outside of yourself and tell people that they're toxic, look at your own toxic behavior and your own toxic actions and communication styles and things like that you can change, and then establish your own home frequency, establish your own vibration, keep up that vibration, and then be so comfortable in this home frequency that you can recognize when something that's happening to you that's toxic, or that's not healthy is not you and it's them. But the key here is to look inside yourself first. So this Libra full moon is really going to help you be able to rise all these emotions to the surface. Hence the full moon driving the tides back, hence the full moon driving the energy in the water, kind of up and bringing all of our problems and our issues to the surface. So it's really going to allow you to look at these relationships, look at yourself, and look at these relationships and really determine what is really serving you in this moment in time. This especially is going to be a great time for some major life upgrades, you guys. What can I change in my life to bring balance? What can I change in my life to equal everything out? What can I change in my life to level up, to make sure everything is as best as it can be? What actions can I do? What new practices can I take on? What ideas can I push forward so that I can get some ideas rolling? And it's all about flexibility as well. It's about adaptability. It's about, okay, I want this job, or I want this, or I want that. Okay, that's great. But let's look inside of ourselves right now. What do we really want to do? What is that passion? What is that motivating force? Act on that, build on that, but don't be surprised in the ways that it may come to you. Once you focus on the passion, once you focus on that divine life purpose, don't be blindsided when that divine purpose comes in different shapes and forms. Okay, this is a time to level up. This is a time to get our shit together, okay guys? This is a time to really optimize our growth. facilitate this by really looking inward, and looking in to see what can we change, how can we get better, and what do we want to release so that we can get better. This full moon is going to be a great energy period where our imbalances are going to be brought to the surface, and it's going to be eliminating or illuminating the different aspects of our life that we really need to focus on and we need to change for the better. So we're really going to be able to change what we can and surrender what we can't change. This is going to be a great time to release the old and accept with open arms positive downloads, positive thoughts, changes in our old negative thought patterns that will be able to shift us to a new paradigm, to a new perspective, to a new era in our lives, that we can really cultivate our divine purpose. And if you're having trouble with that, if you're having issues with finding, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just kind of moving around, that is fine. But also know that you have your angels, you have your guides, and you have God watching over you, and they're just waiting to help you. If you ever need clarity, if you ever need strength, don't be afraid to call on the divine and ask, what am I being called here to do? Simply asking that question is gonna, begin this dialogue and begin this conversation, and the answers may come to you in ways that you've never expect. The answers can come to you through numbers. The answers can come to you through dreams, especially. The answers can come to you through random thoughts that you get in your head. The answers can come to you through things that you really enjoy doing, that you can really see yourself doing for other people. To bring value and to bring love and light to other people's lives. So don't be afraid to ask for a hand, but also take that step forward and meet the divine halfway. Go out there, be confident. Don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to pick up a book. Don't be afraid to do whatever you're feeling called to do, because this natural calling for you is not for no reason. It's not for no reason, guys. It's for a reason. It's for you specifically. So you guys, this is just going to be a great time for inward reflection. As always, the new moon loves to do that. This is going to be a time for inward reflection. It's going to be a time to look at our energetic exchanges within ourselves, within our own energetic body, and also with other people. But first, beginning with ourselves, it's going to be a time of really restoring balance into our lives in all areas. And it's going to be a time of growth. It's going to be a time of moving forward. It's going to be a time that we're really going to be able to optimize our energy, clean out anything that doesn't serve us, clean out our own thought patterns, our own actions, our own procrastination, anything that we're having that brings us back, that holds us back. It's going to be a great time to release that. Okay, and I want to end this with a beautiful affirmation, a beautiful quote that I found on Instagram from Inspiravision Instagram account. When I restore balance in myself, I help restore balance to the world as a whole. When I love myself, I share that love with the world. You guys, the world, your reality, everything outside of yourself is a reflection of the inside. It's a reflection of you. This can happen in both a positive and a negative sense. If you're really focusing on the positive, how much you love yourself, how beautiful you are, you're going to be able to find the beauty in the world. You're going to walk outside and be like, wow, this is like insane right now. Like literally. Your life is going to change, but that also goes into the negative side. If you're focusing on the negative aspects of yourself, if you're really caught in these negative patterns and thought forms, you're really going to, emphasize and be able to really focus in on these same negative things in yourself and other people. Okay, so allow this to happen, because it's a beautiful thing, right? Allow this to happen. Allow that mirror to happen so that you can use those relationships, you could use those energetic exchanges to further better yourself, to get through it for yourself. And the more that you do the work that really calls you from the inside, from your heart center, from your divine purpose, from your higher self, the more that you do that work, the easier and the more beautiful life is going to become all around you. So allow the earth to be that mirror for you. As always, after you do these journaling sessions, after you do all of this, please, you guys, I cannot stress this enough. If you don't usually take spiritual baths, please take a spiritual bath, you guys. Even as simple as a Himalayan salt scrub, even as simple as Epsom salt. Okay? All you need is 3 ingredients. Some sea salt, some Epsom salt, and some Florida water and running water. Okay, if you have a shower, douse these over your head. Or if you have a bath, soak in these ingredients. And you could be spiffy. I love to add some rosemary into mine, sometimes some bay leaf, sometimes some colonia, sometimes some tobacco cologne, which all have their different properties spiritually. Okay, do whatever you want to. And even if you're focusing on self-love, use some pink Himalayan salt, use some rose petals, use some lavender. Really take this time out to do the spiritual bath, not only for your energetic body, for your spirit, but also for that self-care for yourself. A spiritual bath is going to be a great time to reset your aura, to clean your aura, and really allow you to release all these things that you've journaled about. Release everything, okay? It's going to be a great time for that. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe if you already haven't. Why not? You're already here. On my Instagram, I am going to be doing an Instagram live where we do a journaling session together. You guys really liked that last time, so we're just going to go ahead and do it again, and we're all going to do it together and burn our list together and do all these full moon closets together, and it's going to be great. If you guys have any questions, feel free to always let me know in the comments or DM me. Check out my website. Just came up with some new products, and I think that's it. So I'm going to leave you guys alone. I hope you guys all have an amazing weekend. Amazing week, amazing weekend, amazing day. And yeah, peace, love, and light.